Good day, everybody. This video today is about building up the things that you're going to take to future. Okay, so it's about all the things that you want to accumulate, start building up now while you're still on earth, so that you can take those same things to the future. Okay, that's what this video is about, and I'm discussing what those things are and how you can build them up. Okay, so you can use them again in future. Okay, you know, when you die, everything remains behind, so there's no point in putting a lot of effort in acquiring the things of the earth, when you know when you die you're going to leave them behind anyway. So I'm not saying don't accumulate the things of the earth as well, but you're not building them up as if you're going to take them to the future. You are building them up as a legacy while you're on earth, for your kids, for yourself, to just have a comfortable life, but not to take things of it. The one you got to focus on is the things that you're going to take to the future. Those things must not suffer just because you're trying to accumulate the things of the earth. I hope you understand me when I say that. So the things that you're taking to the future must take priority over the things you are living on earth. Okay, so if you want to get a house on the beach, a boat, a nice car, a house, whatever you want to get, if that thing means you gotta sell your soul to the devil, you gotta, the soul you gotta take to the future. So you don't want to sacrifice things that are, or you're gonna bribe. There's a whole lot of examples. So you need to make sure that the things you're gonna take to future, which is things you cannot touch. I've got a video out there that show you what things you're gonna take in future, what those things are that you want to accumulate for the future, is things you cannot touch. Okay, so everything that you earn that you cannot touch, that's the things that's in spirit you cannot touch. That's a thing that you're gonna take to the spiritual, with the heaven, in wherever in the new earth. I'm showing you here, like typical example. This, after resurrection, these are the things that you're gonna be handling. Okay, and none of these things is got to do with earth, like the physical things that we've accumulated on earth. Okay, when you die you leave them behind anyway. So things that these are the skills that you're gonna need after resurrection. I'm just listing a few examples of them. Okay, these are just a few examples. Leading the angels, teaching people the song, ushering and serving, organizing events, teaching dance, teaching scripture, helping Musa, because Moses is the guy for the law of scripture. So you're probably going to be coaching people there under the auspices of Msindisi. Okay, so you understand what's going on. So you have to position yourself to be somebody who can be used up in heaven, who can be, somebody who can be somebody in heaven, not just sitting there and say, okay, I've overcome, I'm just a good man or a good woman. No, you have to be a positioned good person. Okay, so you are born again, yes, maybe you're going to be saved, but that's just not enough. What's enough is you have to use the skills and talents that you acquired on earth, that you were given, that you started sharpening when you are here on earth. Okay, so you have to understand that everything that you're doing here on earth that you cannot touch, you're going to take into the future. Okay, so, and you don't have to be afraid of, the Romans are going to persecute me now. No, this thing is for certain people, I can't do this. You start being timid. No, you do everything that your heart tells you, especially if something that you think you can do good, you can be a good speaker. Don't be shy, don't be afraid. Okay, because Msindisi has overcome the world for you. He says it in John 16:33 over there. I have overcome the world. You shall face persecutions, you shall face tribulation, but be a good cheer. Calm down, because I've overcome the world. That's what he says. So what he means there, he means he has shut down everything. You call on his name, he opens all the doors for you. You call on him. His name now is Sonini, okay? That's the name he was using. I'm coming in my father's name. So everybody can, you know the script. So see, the name that he was using, Sonini. So Sonini, you call on him, he opens up. So he has overcome everything. So unlike in the Old Testament, they all had to do the rituals. If they default on a ritual, devil is the first one to go present. Hey, like in the book of Job. Hey, Sonini, I'm sorry, man, to bother you. These people have been doing this and this and this and this, so they need punishment, So in the Old Testament, it was like that. But now in the renewed covenant, so Msindisi says, overcome all of that for us. So the devil can't even go to Sonini and say, hey, these people, Sonini, and say, look, this is between me and Msindisi. Msindisi has already been punished, so you can't even ask me to get me punish somebody else. because Cindy has already died and punished for those, whatever this person will come and tell me is there, he's already been punished for that. So the devil can't even say your name and talk about you did this. He can't accuse you nowhere. Okay, so Cindy says overcome. That's what it means. He has overcome the world, right? So now here, coming back to the things you want to accumulate going to the future now. Okay, not discounting the lifestyle. You want to have a good life here on earth, but that's not the focus. Okay, now here are the main three things that you want to have accumulated here on earth. Okay, education. Now these three things will work here on earth, but at the same time are things you can still take on to the future. Okay, so there are things that will benefit you here on earth. Really good to have a good life, you have whatever you want, live a good life. Nobody's supposed to be suffering. So you're supposed to have a good life here on earth and take the same things up in heaven. Okay, so education you cannot touch it. It's something that's in your brain, something that is in your cognitive, something that it gives you better understanding of things, because you are sharpening your brain. The more you learn, it's not just about knowing what you're learning, it's about sharpening your brain to understand and grasp other things faster. Okay, so you're training your brain as well. So education is knowledge. Knowledge is power. So you want to go and have power when you go into the future. Okay, so and then natural talent. Natural talent you're already given. When you're born on earth, suddenly it gave you your natural talent. So you just want to invest and make sure you sharpen those talents. Don't sit on them. Okay, I'm not gonna name some of the parables. So Cindy was saying, talking about you lazy talent. You have to make sure you are not lazy. You keep your even though there's something that you like doing and you think you're good at it and people will give you feedback, make sure you keep doing that. Put a whole lot of effort on it. Do it. So that's natural talents. Okay, and if you got kids, you can see that this kid is good at it. Make sure you try to position him or her. Find stuff that you empower, sharpen that skill. Okay, don't just sit on it, because that stuff you're gonna take to the future. Now the third one, I didn't even put a number on it because that one is underlying. It's constant. Okay, it's constant. Now that one is saying protect your blessings, because none of the education, and you can have all kind of education, all kind of talents, but if you don't have your blessings, you've lost your blessing, because you're jerking people around, you're being a creep everywhere. If you are like that, then curses come upon you and they overshadow all the blessings that you already have. So you got to protect those blessings by living according to scripture. Scripture, when I say scripture now, it's a whole lot of things loaded in there. So when I say scripture, I mean do the right things. Scripture is going to tell you Deuteronomy, Numbers, everywhere. We are told how to behave. So you have to do everything according to scripture. Okay, I'm not talking about you must know this is verse 3, 4. Nobody remembers that all the time. But know what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, just study and know. You don't even know the page. This is verse 3 now, chapter this now. Know the content, what you're supposed to know, what you're supposed to be doing. So protect your blessing, because if you depart from that, guess what? You're going to start doing wrong things and things that are causing you curses. Okay, are causing you to be cursed. Because now if you hurt other people, guess what? What you do, it's gonna come back to you. It's all in the scripture. It's all in the scriptures. Not because the devil went and accused you. No, it's a natural reaction. Okay, if you do something, it come back. All right, everybody knows it. Now I put education 1 and natural talents 2. It's not a mistake. It's a chronological order. Gotta have that education first. Okay, all that education is very important, because it's something that you always fall back to. Now I'm talking about here on earth now and in heaven as well. But just in heaven, you won't really need to fall in it. Here on earth, you always have education. That's why I put it number 1. You always have it. No one can take that away from you. You always have an empowered brain. Okay, but as long as you got education, you got knowledge. Knowledge is power. Whether it's exercise or not, it's like kinetic energy. It's moved from here to here. You store it. It's like energy. Not just kinetic, it's energy. You move it to here, you don't use it, you store it. It's not because it's disappeared, but it just manifests wherever it's needed. So here, education is the same thing. Even if you get fired from job, you sit down, you're still gonna get another job somewhere else. So for as long as you got that education, you can always fall back to what you learned. Okay, and still find a job and earn a living again, because here on earth we have to earn a living. All right, that's what it is. So now you gotta treat education 1 and natural talents 2. That's what I do. So that's what I just said now. Now you graduate from high school. I mean, not everybody's gonna go to college, but at least have some high school, because every job here needs minimum high school, 12th grade. Okay, you gotta have at least that, and take everything you're studying seriously. Absorb whatever you're learning, be it scripture, be it books at school. Try to aim for a straight A. I'm not saying get a straight A. You might not get a straight A, but if you can, good. But if you can't, I mean, just aim for straight A, then you fall back to B. A little bit of C, but aim for the high. All right, then But anyway, so you have to focus now. About the talent, now the second one, which is now the talent. You must find what you're good at. I'm just now giving a little bit of detail on this 1 and 2. Find things that you're good at and things you love doing and do excellently. Okay, that's your talent. That's how you see that's your talent. Things you're good at, and people will tell you, hey man, you sing good, you know how to act. Did you ever go to modeling school? People will see and will tell you. You'll see a pattern. All right, there will be people who will be scoffing and lying to you and trying to bluff you. No, you'll see, you'll understand when you love doing something and you're good at it. All right, that's your talent. Sharpen it. Okay, you're gonna take it, you're gonna use it here on earth and in the future. Okay, so if your kids, same thing, your kids, not just you, your kids, find their talent, find the things they like, and you position your kids as well. Okay, motivate them to be the best in what because they are the future. On earth, and I'm talking about here on earth, because now we growing old. As we grow old, the kids are springing up. They take on. So whatever we teach them now, they're gonna take it into the future earth. Okay. Now I'm not meaning to say when I say earth, because here on earth it's about the ages, but in heaven it's not about the ages. It's about, because we're all in spirit. The age is related to flesh. Okay. The fact that you can see someone as a baby is because they're trapped in that little baby. But the soul, whatever is inside, is exactly the same as yours, adult. Okay, I've got a video. I'm explaining this further. I think it's called "What Happens When We Die." I think, or something, or "Been Missed." I think it's called "Been Missed." Yeah, it's been missed, something like that. But anyway, if you scroll through my channel, you'll find what you're looking for. So you must teach. Now here, talking about the third one, which is now the living according to Scripture. Because now I've discussed 1 and 2. Okay, now the living according to Scripture, what we do there is we read and teach others. We make sure, because we have to live according to Scripture. And now how are you going to live according to Scripture if you don't know the Scripture? So that means you have to learn and study the Scripture. And even when you teach other people, that's when you get questions, and then you start digging more. Hey man, I didn't think of this. And you also learn from other people. I learn from other people as well. So when I teach Scripture or teach something, then somebody's going to ask me a question, and I say, I didn't think of it, and then they give me their perspective. And so it's something you have to invest time in Scripture, because that's the one major law book that's you're going to take up there, which means a guideline of behavior you're going to take up into the future. It's not just here on earth, into the future as well. So you have to, all three you take into the future, but I'm discussing the third one now here, because none of the physical stuff, you leave all of them positions behind. Okay, no hairs dragging a U-Haul. You can never see it. So you leave everything behind. Okay, so we've discussed all three. Because now remember, here on earth, we were also told that in the sweat of our face, we have to work. We earn our living, have to earn a living here on earth. That's why I'm saying you have to do things that earn your living here, and something that you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, don't just focus it. Okay, here I'm gonna accumulate the thing. You kill 2 birds. All right, 2 birds with 1 stone. Now the one other bird that you're gonna kill is the one that says you have to work hard. You have to work hard. That's the physical work now to earn your living. Okay, throughout all the races in the office, the boss don't like you, your co-worker gets you on the nerve all the time. So you have to work through all those thorns and thistles, all right? But you have to sweat. You gotta sweat for all your living. Nothing is going to be for free, okay? Even females now. I mean, I know in Genesis that curse was given to a man, but women are head of households now. So they also gotta sweat, because those thorns and thistles are out there, all right? So you have to make sure that whatever you're doing, you're taking to the future. Okay? Because now let me give you an example of things that are going to take you to the scripture knowledge, taking to the future. All that in that bag there are things you're taking to the future, right? So scripture knowledge, your potentials, your skills, what have you done for the other people, how you relate with others, sharpens talent, because now talents get weak when you're not using them. Okay? So all of those things are things you take to the future, and you can accumulate those things at the same time sweating, trying to make a living. Okay? All right, I hope you understand what I'm trying to get to you now. This is just something that got into my head this morning, and I thought, let me just discuss this thing, so y'all understand exactly. Because now Sonny really want overcomers. He wants overcomers, people who are strong. Because now, remember now, Cindy said, "I've overcome. I've paved the way for you." Like you would have a lot of artists talking about, them old artists, they really paved the way. Beyonce and them talking about them old artists, they really paved the way for us in the media. So now we can, we can display our talents and everything. Same Cindy said, he has overcome. So he has paved the way for us, so we can overcome as well. Right after him, we can do things. Now he's open, he paved the way. So we can do things here on earth that sharpen our talents. We can earn, we can build up things that we're going to use in the future. Without scare of Romans are going to be coming up, Illuminati's going to chasing us. No, without getting scared of that. Because he has overcome. He has paved the way for good. So you ain't got no excuse not to do it now. Okay.